It's been very well documented that working with Marvel Studios can be rather hard. One, because of the secrecy, two, because of the restrictions, and three, because they essentially own you once you sign a contract. So now, Marvel Studios' Kang the Conqueror actor, Jonathan Majors, talks about what he believes is the worst thing about working with Marvel. So again, this comes at us from Jonathan Majors, the star of Loki, the upcoming Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, and Avengers the Kang Dynasty. And he talked with Cinepop in regards to his future as Marvel, and he says that if you look at what they're doing, they're the best in the superhero business. And there's just nobody that's better than them, and how they appreciate the fandom, how they cater to fans, and how they try to meet fan demands and expectations. And when asked about anything that could be, perceived as bad, he does say that it's the way that they handle more or less when they call you up, which again, he's not the first one to talk about this. And he says it's one of these things where right before a film comes out, or there's something happening, or they're about to release a clip and they need you somewhere to do something for PR. They call you last minute, so nothing leaks, nothing gets out there, and tell you, be here, and that's it. They don't tell you what for. You get nervous, you don't know what's going on. It's essentially like you're going in blind to a situation because, again, they're trying to control the entire narrative surrounding everything, making sure that everything is under control. And he says that it makes him feel really nervous, and it's one of these things that he understands as a part of this job, but Marvel Studios and Disney do it like nobody else. And, it's not the first time we hear about this. I mean, famously, it was Paul Bettany, who was Vision, who said they literally came early hours in the morning and were like, all right, we need you to get in this truck. And it was just a black truck. And then they drove him. Literally, he couldn't see where he was going, to an empty field in the desert to shoot some stuff. Then they're like, okay, now you just stay in this blacked out truck till we bring you back home. And he was like, I don't even know what project I'm in. What was I doing? And we hear about that all the time, the secrecy and how they manage everything you're allowed to say, do. And obviously we see that when it comes to interviews with how nervous some of the stars look when they're asked a question that maybe they're not ready for. It gets really, really crazy. So you can see how some of them are nervous because obviously if you slip up, we know that there's penalties. And recently, I think some of you have seen the picture of coincidentally enough, of the Creed co-star, or the main star of Creed, because, Jonathan Majors is the co-star in Creed 3, but you guys probably saw that they tried to ask Eric Killmonger himself, Michael B. Jordan, and the way he had to answer was analyzing the question and realizing that they were asking in a way that he could spoil it, and he catches the interviewer. Again, if he would have slipped up, it would have been trouble. So I understand what Majors is saying, because nobody does it like Disney and especially Marvel Studios. If you slip up, things go wrong quick.